This violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This is episode 40 of Blame Your Brother, your favorite podcast. Possibly not. Who knows? But anyway, there are three of us that come to you every week from this fabulous show. We shall introduce ourselves. I am 1/3 of that trio. My name is David. I am big in Japan. I am D. Brew, Glenn Jackson, voice of the people, Mr. 40%, Nick Nickum, the dictator, and so much more. I am joined by the man to the left of me, my actual brother, Lee.
What up, everyone? Resident snowflake paperclip LeBron James loving man of the people, Junior, checking in.
All right, that's Lee, and then to the right of me, I got the man known as John.
Hey everybody, I'm John, a.k.a. Tico, a.k.a. the Sidekick, a.k.a. Mr. PTI, a.k.a. the Madman.
They got John Tortorella, a madman. They do have a madman. Okay, he's a madman.
That's right. All right, so the three of us make up Blame Your Brother. We talk about topics in the news, our life, and so much more, which we'll be doing here in just a second. But hey, if you're listening right now, go to bybpod.com. That's our website. If you're watching us live on YouTube, we do it every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central. Come hang out with us. Come join us. Chat with us. Tell us what you want to hear in the chat, and we'll try to get you involved. So it's a lot of fun. A lot of people come and hang out with us. Right now, the chat's only at 134. So if you want to get in, get it up to 200. That'd be fan-freaking-tastic. All right, we start every show the same way. Is there anything, Lee, you wish to apologize or retract from last week's episode?
I think so. I think there's so much
that
I did
one.
wrong. I think I called out those nerd ladies.
Oh, yeah, you had some hatred for the nerds, and
I feel bad because I didn't mean what I was saying. I meant what I didn't say it correctly, maybe.
Well,
but, a lot of hate mail came in. Maybe some anthrax, maybe.
It was bad. I mean,
the
internet was upset that you claimed on the show, your own words, you're glad to be a hipster. So that's your new. Put that in next week's.
Yeah, I am. I'm an old school nerd, OG nerd,
a hipster.
So the other thing, the May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
I kind of went a little too far on that as well.
That's fine.
But there's a few people that understood what I was saying. I was validated on Twitter. I was subtweet validated on Twitter.
Subtweet validated on Twitter. Can you name one tweet?
I'm trying to remember. I didn't write it down. It wasn't that momentous.
It as in one.
But it was like...
It was him from his other account.
Someone was like, it was cool the first 3 years.
Zeta Vex said.
That's funny. That's that popular guy on Twitch, right?
And he
no,
subtweeted.
he's not popular.
Yes, and he subtweeted himself. He couldn't even add himself to give himself confirmation.
Well, no.
Yeah, man. I listened to this podcast, and this guy said May the 4th was stupid, and I agree with him. Lost in a sea of tweets. It's just like, yeah, okay, sure.
No, but the guy was like, it was cool like the first 2 years, but now it's just too mainstream. Yeah, I'm a freaking hipster.
Too mainstream.
It's
all
fine.
Right.
I'm a hipster. But the Sammy did have the fifth one. What is the
Revenge of the Fifth?
Yeah, the Revenge of the Fifth. I did like that one. See, that's original. If we did that for 5 years in a row, it would be lame. But the first time,
the Revenge of the Fifth has been out for over 5 years.
As long as May the 4th be with you. It's
really?
Yes.
But okay, here's the difference. Like everyone says May the 4th be with you, but nobody says Revenge of the Fifth.
Because on the 5th, everybody celebrates Cinco de Mayo.
That's true. Did you celebrate Cinco de Mayo this year?
I did.
Did you do like Donald Trump? Did you tweet yourself out with eating a taco bowl in your office? Saying these Hispanics, they make great tacos.
They did that?
Yes. You don't remember this?
I didn't. I'm not subscribed.
He goes, the Hispanic staff here makes some great taco bowls. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And it was a picture of him holding a taco bowl, man. Oh, so bad. We apologize for that. Us three white people will apologize for that tweet that happened last year. All right.
If we're going to start apologizing for Donald Trump, we're going to need a longer show.
We'll be here a while. We might get into that in a minute. John, anything you wish to apologize for?
I can't think of anything.
All right. So we shall march on. All right. So last week we learned that Lee and his wife are expecting a child. It was a big topic on the show, and that's going to happen in a couple months. And what we did, we put a poll out there because we learned scientifically last week that if you bring the thunder, if the guy brings the thunder, it will be a male child. If they do not bring the thunder, it will be a girl. So we put a poll.
Wait, you just said male and girl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You didn't say male and female. You said male and girl.
Well, it is.
It's starting early.
It is what it is.
Misogyny alert.
Wow.
Misogyny alert.
This tweet is brought to you by the Hillary Clinton campaign. All right, look. So we did a poll. We put a poll up on Twitter, our favorite social media. Go to twitter.com/BYBpod. And we asked, did Lee bring the thunder? And 45 people invested time in this poll. I don't know why they would. It seems like there had been 4 people. And no, with 64% of the people said, no, you did not bring the thunder and you will be having a girl. 36% of the people said, yes, you will be having a boy. Any thoughts on that poll as we start the show off?
I mean, first off, is Twitter historically wrong or is Twitter historically right?
The polls are generally scientifically correct. So I saw a bunch that said Trump would win the presidency. So, I mean, if we're looking at it like that, so girl or boy, what are you calling? Call your shot right now. You're like an NBA basketball player. Call your shot. I'm passing you the ball. You're at the top of the 3. There's 5 seconds left in the game. Take your shot, boy or girl.
I'm going girl.
Okay, so you agree.
Go with the poll. I'm going to go with the Twitter people.
Okay, so
Twitter, you my people.
All right, and you could still name your daughter Lee, and it would work.
Yeah.
So just think that over.
Leah, maybe.
Oh, Lee is a girl's name.
Like
I don't think you name
L-E-I-G.
I don't think you name your daughter Lee Jr.
Shannon is also Shannon's a girl's name. You could go with that. It's a popular name. It's somebody's.
I actually kind of like that. If anything, just to stick it in your face and be like
somebody's middle name on the show. We don't know who it is, but anyway. All right, so that was a poll. Thank you guys for engaging. Remember, go to twitter.com/BYBpod. Get in on the polls, share the episodes, all of that good stuff. Okay, so we actually did put something else out on the Facebook, on the facebook.com. Facebook.com/BYBpod. There was a posting. We used to be in a band together, and our former drummer, Joanna Alfaro, put out this. I saw she put a post up, and I thought it was interesting. And it says, we talked about blue pill, red pill once before on an episode many episodes ago. And that's from The Matrix. And basically, one pill will make you be aware that you're in the Matrix, and then, you can never, you'll always be aware you're in the Matrix. And the other pill will basically put you back into the Matrix, and you'll never know that you're in a fake reality. Well, this is another blue pill, red pill situation. Okay, so here's your 2 options. I want to get you guys' take on this. You got the blue pill. Now, if you take the blue pill, you will restart your life at 10 years old with all the knowledge you have now. Okay? So that's the blue pill. You take the blue pill, you're 10 years old, but you know everything you know now, which I've thought of this many times before. And the red pill will fast forward you to the age of 50, and you will have $10 million in your bank account. So blue pill, you wake up, you're 10 years old, all the knowledge you have now. Red pill, you fast forward to 50 years old with $10 million in your bank account. So I'm going to start with Lee, because I think John's going to have a good take. Lee, would you take the blue pill? Would you go back to 10 years old? Would you take the red pill, go to 50 with the $10 million in your account?
Okay, first off, I just apologize for being a hipster.
Yeah.
But I'm going to hipster it again.
Okay.
This poll, mate, this makes me angry.
Okay.
Because they stole this from The Matrix, and then they just put their own question on it.
Right. Okay. Well, it's fine. I mean, there's not much originality.
I know nothing, so I'm going to go with the $10 million.
So you go red pill. You want to go to age 50 with $10 million in your bank account.
God.
I'll give you some comments
How old
from
am I now?
You're almost 40, so you would. I mean, for me, it'd be 10 years up. So, but you would miss 10 years of your life. Now you got to really think about that. We have children, so you would miss 10 years of their life. You would wake up, they'd be 10 years older than they are today. So John's child would be like 11, going on 11.
That's a blessing in of itself.
My children would be grown.
That's even better. Okay. How could so you're taking red pill for sure?
I don't know. I'm gonna say my
I'm gonna go with the first one, the blue. The first off, the graphic is horrible.
Yeah, the graphic.
That's what I'm saying.
Backwards.
These people deserve.
But
they don't deserve this.
Listening can't see the stupid graphic. Which one? Blue pill.
I'm gonna restart my life.
Restart my life. Okay, restart at 10. John, do you restart or do you fast forward with the money?
No,
I'd have to step away from the pills, period.
No, you can't do that. You
I
have
thought,
to.
I thought he was going to have a strong
I know
take.
you have to. Well, no, you should have known that. Have you heard his segments? Which one? You got to pick one of them, John.
Why do I have to pick? Why
Well, then you die. Your third option is death. Okay.
Then I guess I'll take the
the
red pill.
Red pill. So you want to fast forward to age 50, you'll have $10 million in your bank account.
That is a classic David ninjas from the ceiling move. Just so
Yeah,
you know, that's
exactly,
a classic ninja ceiling David
I used to
move.
give what ifs. They didn't answer. Ninjas would drop from the ceiling and kill you. So you always had to pick.
So John's dead.
Well, no, he said
He's
red.
off the pills.
He said red pill.
So are we doing red to money?
Red's the money.
Yeah.
Blue's
The knowledge.
The knowledge.
or money?
Just knowing my son for the 11 months that I've known him, I can't imagine a life without him.
That's the rough part. But
he said money.
But
I know. But if I go back to age 10,
but you miss his entire life. I mean, you miss like his formative years.
Oh, that's true. You might not even have a kid.
He might.
I might not even have.
Or
him.
you could have more kids.
You might be divorced and never see your child. So I mean, there's a lot of options on the table.
I'd have $10 million at that point. I'd make that happen.
Your kid would be set up.
You can make that happen.
All right. So just take.
So what would you say?
Just take the effing red pill, Lee. Okay. I've thought about this a lot, and I think about this a lot anyway. If you had the ability to go back, see, you could go back at 10 and still potentially meet your wife and still have the kids. I mean, that's a strong possibility because you would know your wife at that point, and you would be able to woo her like much faster because you would know all the inside information on her.
What's
now,
that,
you may not have the same kids, but you
That's
would.
what I'm saying,
You would have kids though.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be him.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I don't want to miss all the years of the life of my children, man. That would be terrible because my children would be adults. They'd be 19 and 17 essentially.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the blue pill. I'm going to restart my life at 10 years old. And I just think there's a potential to invest in a lot of companies. You'll be worth a lot more than $10 million.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be a billionaire.
Zingo, gotcha, Apple.
All right, so we're going to go to the comments.
I think more importantly, you could find your father's love.
There you go. Possibly. I know 10 might be too young. I may need to go back to 1-year-old to do that. All right, so we put this out to the people. A lot of people comment.
I don't know if you make him enough money on Apple, he might tell you he loves you.
He might one time. All right, so here we go. Here's what some people said. Bree Poe was in here. Bree said, red pill. I wouldn't want to change anything. I don't really care about the money, but I wouldn't want to go back to age 10. Okay, so that's fair enough. Some people, I guess, don't want to go back. Dixie said she would take the red pill as well. She would go to 50. Pizza Dad said red. I'm almost 50 anyway, so what has he got to lose?
Yeah.
Now, Corey's with me. Blue, 100%. You'd make more than $10 million easy if you had all that knowledge. Okay, so that's kind of what he's like me.
I'm betting on the Patriots, baby.
Yeah, I mean, you could bet on every Super Bowl. I mean,
Yeah.
and win big. Then Josh Baker said, doesn't matter. Oh, this is like he said, doesn't matter that the wrong color pills are under the description of the graphic.
Yeah.
And then it said, it's making me not trust what I thought my answer would have been.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Yes. Well, that's what they want you to.
This is Facebook in a nutshell.
It
okay,
is.
this
Okay,
is
that's
just
fine,
like
that's
the
fine,
worst.
That's fine.
This is just.
I just pretend that there's no like graphic and just kind
Yeah.
of.
So Sarah Carr said she would take the red pill as well.
Yeah.
So
A lot of red pills.
If it wasn't for my son, I would go back to 10.
Oh, if it wasn't for the children, I would definitely go back to. I mean, how could you not? But I
Yeah.
still think you could still meet your wife and stuff. So I still think there's a chance it could work out for you. I mean, yeah, that's tough, but I would definitely go back. So that's it. We'd love to hear would you go back to 10 or would you go forward to 50? And it's kind of like that movie with Adam Sandler. What was it called?
Oh
Click.
God, it's
Click.
getting worse.
Click. And
So wait. This is a joke, right?
no, there's an Adam.
We're talking about Facebook, and now we're talking about Adam Sandler.
There's an Adam
movies?
Sandler movie.
He gets a remote control that controls time, basically, but he can't go backwards.
But he misses all the important parts of his life because he's busy missing the boring aspect. Isn't that what Pink Floyd pretty much said? Is that the boring moments you blink your eyes and then you're 50 years old, like I'm going to be soon. I mean, that's what life is. It's all these little small boring moments. And
I'll
then,
tell you what, man. I'd take a pill for this segment right now.
hey, it's good, man. What are you saying? What are you saying?
We went from Facebook where the graphic
You know,
is wrong
Lee's aren't
into an
into those
Adam
kinds of
Sandler
questions.
movie,
Yeah,
man.
Lee's-
Every time I try to ask him a question like that, he gets pissed off.
All right,
so.
you
I'm
got-
into questions like that. It's just has to
Okay.
be done well.
So one's got to go. I think I know your answer. Facebook, Twitter or YouTube? Which one would
Facebook.
you would kill
With a
Facebook immediately?
Shotgun to the face.
Okay,
immediately.
John, which social media would you kill instantly? Like it's no longer around, it never existed. Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube?
Probably Twitter.
Twitter. Wow. Okay.
I hate Facebook.
Ooh, I guess yeah, I'd go Facebook. I'd kill Facebook.
You
for
have
sure.
to. It's the only answer.
Yeah.
It's the only answer.
All right. Why are Adam Sandler's movies so bad? Well, I mean, essentially because he's
It's
making
the same movie over and over and
but
over.
he's making so much money, he doesn't care. I mean,
I'm not saying there's not good Adam Sandler movies.
not
but-
anymore.
Right.
If someone offered you $20 million a movie and you would just sign it no matter
How
what,
much
right?
money do it already have? though?
Probably.
I mean, the more money you
He
got.
had his own production company. He doesn't need more money. He needs a legacy.
No, he's got a legacy. He's the guy from SNL. It's Adam
but
Sandler.
then he kept taking the money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He
messed up.
He's just making movies with his friends and he's getting paid to do it. I would do it like if we.
That's all it is. I mean, he's got his friends in every movie.
Right, if
So,
we-
So take some of that money and make a better movie. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you the last good movie I saw him in was That's My Boy with Sandberg. I thought that was pretty good actually. I don't know if it got panned, and trust me, I'm not a big fan of his recent movies, but I thought It's Your Boy was pretty good. Basically,
You just like the phrase, it's your boy.
it's your boy. Sandberg is his son. He has him when he's 17. Sandler does with a teacher, and then he comes back into his life when he's about to get married at like 18, 19 years old. It's pretty funny. But his movies are trash. I mean, what is the best Adam Sandler movie? It's Happy Gilmore. Like, I don't even know. That's not even. If we pulled that up, it's either Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore, right? I mean, that'd be
if
everyone's.
we took a poll,
Yeah, that's your two, right? There's not like.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of people that say like 50 First Dates. And
Who?
The Wedding Singer.
Oh,
Well,
you're
Wedding
right.
Singer was pretty good.
I'm telling you. there's-
Wedding Singer was good, but it's not Happy Gilmore good.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore is the best. I mean, I don't even
I'm
know
no, I agree with you. I'm saying.
Wait,
that if you
what's
took a
Happy
poll-
Gilmore about?
where he's the golfer.
Okay, yeah.
That's got Shooter McGavin.
I mean, when the third funniest guy has
it
only
Bu-
got
what's
like
the guy
one
from-
line, but it's hilarious.
Name Your Price, or what's that show called?
Price is Right.
What's
Price-
that?
Bob Barker.
Bob Barker.
Yeah, it's some great moments in it.
You're
So
gonna miss this part.
my favorite moment in really quick and Happy Gilmore is, I mean, there's great. Yeah, you're gonna miss his putt and all that great stuff, but it's when he meets Chubbs, right? Chubbs is a black golfer that used to be good, and he got his hand bitten off by an alligator, so he couldn't golf anymore. But this Adam Sandler
Go
doesn't
watch the movie if you
Adam
haven't seen it.
Sandler doesn't.
Spoiler alerts.
Adam Sandler doesn't know he lost his hand, so he goes, "I used to be on the tour. I was great." He goes, "Oh, they kicked you off because you're black. Oh, that's unfortunate, man." He goes, "No, man, it's because I lost my hand," and his hand falls off. It's a wooden hand. It's a pretty funny movie. Other than that, Anger Management it's an interesting movie. I thought it was all right. And then after that, Bulletproof is terrible. Click is bad. Zookeeper is not. It's unwatchable. Like,
Why did you bring up Click then?
because it's the same concept of
With
going forward in time.
He was in Paul Blart.
Probably. That's a terrible movie. Wow. I mean, good God, this guy's made some terrible movies. The Benchwarmers. Oh, he's not even barely in that one. But a lot of these are probably movies he produced as well. Longest Yard's all right, I guess, for what it is. It's a remake.
It's a remake.
I know, but it's Blended is terrible. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Blended was horrible.
So, how talented was this guy? Are we giving this guy too much credit for his time on SNL?
What he made? Remember, also he made those audio CDs. with the
Yeah,
songs and
yeah.
stuff. That stuff
the
was
GOAT. Yeah, it was great. But are we?
Oh, hey man.
He's recognized as one of the greatest of all time of SNL. Are we giving him too much credit? Did he have that many great SNL skits besides Wedding Singer or
What?
Opera Singer or whatever?
Opera Man.
Opera
Name some
Man,
other
Cajun
skits.
Boy.
Cajun Boy. I mean, I don't think he was that
As
great.
far as recurring, he had that like comedic access show where he was like stalking the ex-girlfriend.
I don't. So
Oh, that one was really funny.
I don't even remember that
Where
one.
he'd like call her up on the phone.
Yeah,
He-
and, like,
he had
hang
like
up,
a,
yeah.
He had like a talk show, and he'd be like, "Well, now we're going to call her."
This is the segment where we call.
Okay, well, I don't
I
remember
don't
that. So,
remember that.
so, I mean, he's just when you think
As
of,
far as recurring characters, yeah, he wasn't.
but when you think of
No
him,
Chris Farley,
Okay, so
let's put it
Lee's
that
got
way.
pulled up. So here's his greatest SNL bits. Okay, Opera Man, yes, obviously that's one of his greatest bits, and he would do the Hanukkah song and things like that. On Weekend Update, he did a lot of great
the
skits.
images are not loading.
But other than that, man, I mean, I'm just saying he was on at a time where there was some. I mean, Chris Farley was on, so that's your first problem right
yeah,
there.
I think-
You're doomed from the start with that. Like you're never.
I mean, Wayne's World. Same era.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, but basically his songs and Opera Man were the two standouts. I really don't remember much else about Sandler, but I mean he is one of as far as
the Denise Show. That's what it was called.
Yeah, the Denise Show.
Anyway, can we just move past?
I just like talking about. I think he's
man?
interesting, man. He's considered one of the greats right now.
I'm
money wise.
We're knocking him, but in all honesty, if one of us became famous, we would become him.
Oh, 100%, I would.
Yeah,
and he's conservative, so I feel he probably gets a little bit of a knock for that as well. I know.
Yeah, I would knock him for that.
He does put his wife in like a lot of his movies.
See, that's a bad decision.
It's always a bit part, but I mean.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get off SNL. Let's talk about Starbucks real quick. Speaking of conglomerate rich people, Starbucks put out the Unicorn Frappuccino, which we talked about over the last few weeks. We encourage people to send in selfies with them in the Unicorn Frappuccino. And they are getting sued, actually. They are getting sued. Now, why do you think Starbucks would be getting sued because of this terrible concoction that they put out? Any guesses from either of you?
The sugar intake, I don't...
You would think that would be it, but it seems...
It's got to be a copyright of some type.
A Brooklyn-based coffee shop, The End, is suing Starbucks over the chain's limited edition Unicorn Frappuccino.
There you go.
Back in December 2016, they put out something called the Unicorn Latte. And guess what it looked like?
And hot chocolate and milkshake.
It looked just like Starbucks's Unicorn Frappuccino. So, what are the odds? What are the odds that a federal court where this is going to actually side on the side of this The End coffee shop? Is there any chance whatsoever?
Oh, Starbucks will settle out of court, I'm sure.
They'll settle for. I mean, they're suing for like millions.
$10 million.
$10 million. Okay, so they're not going to get anywhere near that, right?
No, maybe $500K.
Wow. I mean, I think these patent trolls and these people that just sue over these copyrights, they always get paid. Like Adam Carolla got sued. There was a group of guys that say they patented, this was back a couple of years ago, said they patented podcasting. Like they created podcasting like in the late 90s or something. I'm like, what are you even talking about? And they basically sued the big podcasts. So like Adam Sandler, Mark Maron,
Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla. They sued all the big ones, and they ended up selling and getting paid because they would just drag them through court forever, and that's what happens.
It's the kind of thing America needs more of.
What's one of the problems? I mean, I remember Dan Quayle. I know if you're our age, you remember Dan Quayle. He was a bit of a dope. He was always come across kind of stupid whenever he was on TV. He was the vice president of this country. And one of his big things, though, he actually wanted to do was tort reform. But he was laughed. He was such a bozo character that no one really listened to this idea of tort reform.
Except you.
I mean, I remember it. I didn't really do anything to, jump on the bandwagon of tort reform. But it is something that's terribly wrong with this country, is that you can just...
Tort reform.
You can basically just sue anyone if you have even a slight reason. And if you have enough money and you can delay the court cases long enough, you're probably going to get paid. They're going to settle out of court. It's ridiculous. So you're going up against Starbucks. I mean, if I was Starbucks,
can I just call you out on the freaking United flight a couple weeks ago? You're telling them they should.
They should what? No,
settle out of court.
Oh well, I mean, you probably should settle. I mean, if you're gonna get paid, yeah, you got to get paid. But if I was Starbucks, if I worked at Starbucks, here's a story. So I worked at Metro for a while, and a group of employees there were going to sue Metro over a pension plan they were in. They said it was unfair. They changed it in the middle of them being in the pension plan. And the Metro lawyers told them on the courthouse steps, they go, we've got all the lawyers in the time. We got all the lawyers in the world and all the time as well. So we'll see you in court. That court case lasted for 15 years and finally just faded away. I mean, it's just not right. I know you're for the little man, and in this case, I am too. It's ridiculous. If you're a big company and you can afford better lawyers, you can just ride it out. It's ridiculous. Is this the country we live in?
Just as long as it doesn't affect your PR.
You're just now realizing
I know,
the people with all the money make the rules?
Yes, they make the rules.
But when I said I'm a freaking snowflake loser...
I'm not saying abolish it. I'm saying there needs to be reform on it. There needs to be some...
what if they just adopted like a coincidence clause?
Go on.
If it's
Well-
a coincidence, you can do whatever you want.
Well, like this whole like unicorn thing.
Coincidence.
I mean,
Okay.
what would you call that? It's not like Starbucks. Hey, man, I went to this small hole-in-the-wall place and they had a thing called unicorn latte. Let's just make it a frappuccino, man. It's
Right.
brilliant.
Yeah.
That has to be purely coincidence.
I would hope it's a coincidence. Yes, I would agree with you, but
And so, I mean, I think a lot of these frivolous cases are just
yeah.
coincidence.
I mean, I hate Starbucks. I go there, probably more than I want to because it is a well-oiled machine, but it is one of the bad conglomerate corporations. I mean, they're literally everywhere in this town. Like there's there's some where they're literally like a block away from each other across the street. It's kind of crazy. I think them, Walmart gets a bad rep as well, but people keep going there because they like the product. And in Walmart, it's convenient. And so no one cares that these people like Walmart especially.
Look, don't get me started on Walmart. Who should you?
I mean, Walmart just they treat their employees bad. We all know
and their
this.
stuff is poor quality for the most part.
But people keep shopping. I shopped there today.
What did you buy?
Groceries?
No, that's not. Did you buy like Walmart brand?
No, I don't think
you didn't buy any cereal, Walmart brand cereal.
No,
did you?
when I eat cereal, here's another.
Well, first of all, it's like what Great Choice or something like that.
Great Choice.
Yeah.
Here's another David rule of life: never, ever get the generic cereal. If your life is that bad, please email us at bybpod@gmail.com. I will send you a few dollars to get the good stuff.
Me.
You got the money, brother.
No.
You're going to be one paying the people. They're just going to email me for the for the information. You'll be paying.
I'm not going to pay anyone.
You're going to sit here and
I'm not going to make a statement that I'm going to pay people on the internet.
I talk to people and they say that you cannot tell the difference between generic cereal and the real deal. And I'll take that challenge every day and I'll pass it every time, guaranteed. Any cereal you put it out there,
and there's some that like really, really drastically you can tell the difference.
It is so bad. It's just. Listen, if your life's that bad, you've made some bad choices in your life, and you need to re-examine those choices. So I'm just saying, get it going. All right, what else we got? So Starbucks will trample the end, probably a hipster coffee.
So you think they're just going to settle out of court?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You'll never hear this story again.
$500K?
Just
they
like,
want it $10 million, and they'll go down to $500K?
Oh, yeah, that would do wonders for their business.
That would change the face of the end coffee shop.
Oh, it is a hipster joint. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we'll never talk about this story again. That's the unfortunate. Just like most stories on here, we'll never mention it again.
Yeah.
We'll never know the end result.
We said that last week, and we'll talk about it again.
I mean, these basic girls going to Starbucks. I know Bree loves Starbucks and she goes there all the time, but some of this basic behavior is it's unacceptable. I mean,
tell us more.
I mean,
tell us more.
Like these girls, like, yeah, I love Starbucks. I get me a frappuccino with a cappuccino latte. That's so good. I love it. Oh my God, I gotta go there. I can't do it. I can't start my day without it. Oh, it's so good. Like, get over it. Just grab you a cup of coffee at the gas station and get moving on with your life.
See, that's the problem. Is like people say they like coffee and they don't. And if you're drinking, if you're starting your day every day with gas station coffee, you don't really enjoy.
I do.
You're not a coffee.
Oh, I'm not a hipster coffee drinker.
It's
no,
not about being hipster.
There's
man.
a
It's about knowing the flavor.
Listen, there's a hipster place here in town, and they won't even let you put sugar or cream in your coffee. They'll be like, no, we don't have either of those items.
What, Starbucks?
No, it's in East Nashville, downtown Central. I guess it's closer downtown. And they're like, if you're going to put stuff in your coffee, out.
But that's that's an extreme. Like you're talking about like gas station coffee and the hipster. That's like two extremes.
Now they're saying we don't readdress things. Well, if you guys,
I think that's sarcasm.
If you guys in the chat want to put together a little re-evaluation team, we'll bring back stories a year from now and see if you remember them. So I'm just saying, basic girls are the ones fueling most of Starbucks.
That's not true.
It is true. It's 100% true.
That's not even true. You have no facts.
I'm so basic.
Starbucks is so big that probably like basic girls, whatever you want to call them, make a very small percentage of their sales, I'm sure.
Let me tell you something else.
They have
Hold
a
on.
large demographic.
Their coffee's not even good. I'm putting that out there. Their mixed drinks are good. Their coffee.
A lot of people say their coffee just tastes burnt.
It's terrible. It's terrible. If you're going to sit here and tell me that's good coffee, then maybe you don't have the taste buds.
Maybe
that
you just
require.
haven't found what you like.
Maybe these basic girls can stop fueling the conglomerate greed in this world, and we can get back to where it belongs. Now,
That's the problem.
You take your Starbucks carrying card and get out of the line and go to the gas station and help fuel the Middle Eastern market gas.
Oh, wow.
Most gas stations don't make any money off gas. They make it off the stuff inside.
What are they running like a money laundering operation? How does this go back to the Middle East?
The Saudis, you don't think they're over?
The Saudis are in charge of the international cartel of
Yes.
cheap coffee.
Well, yes, they fuel it into the gas stations, and that's how they're doing it. They hook you in. Okay. So I'm just saying, it's all you basic girls out there. They're doing
are
it.
Fake news.
Next week, Starbucks selfies all week long. Bring it on. Show us how basic you can be in Starbucks. All right. What else we got? What else do we got?
We got some basic news coming up.
We got some basic news.
Basic news.
All right. Now,
so you knew about this.
What
I
country?
had not heard
what
about this
country
story.
are we living in where
Middle America?
the press are being arrested for asking questions to elected officials? Now, if you would think, I would say this was in North Korea. Maybe this is happening over in other countries. No, this happened in
What did he
West Virginia.
say? What did he? Okay, West
No,
Virginia is.
I want
not
to stop
part
the story
of
real quick.
America,
I
first
want
off.
John to confess something on this show right now. I talk
Lord.
about this story all the time, and I want John to confess it tonight. I want you to be honest about this story. Me and John were at a bowling alley once, okay? We're sitting there, we're bowling, we're having a good time, and there's people to the left of us bowling. Now, okay, now.
Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
Now,
at
John,
all. Should we stop record? Should we
No.
stop for a second?
There is nothing to confess. I did not do
No, I want you to confess. I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to tell a story. So we're sitting next to these people now. Now, most Americans all look pretty much, in a geographical area. You cannot tell me the difference between somebody from Alabama and Tennessee just sitting beside them for 2 minutes, right? John looks at these people beside us and goes, "Those people are from Virginia. I guarantee it."
I said either West Virginia or Pennsylvania.
Okay, fair enough. You pick 2 states out of 50. Okay, the odds of that are not very good. Now, my theory is John heard these people talking about where they're from, or he saw a tag on their car out in the parking lot when we entered, and he did not tell us. He claims he saw these people, and because they were such inbred rednecks, that they had to be from West Virginia. John, here is your time to confess on the show that you had inside information on this bet we made, and I lost it because we walked up to them. We said, "Where are you from?" And they said, "We're from West Virginia." The odds of that happening are astronomically impossible.
It's 1 in 50.
It's more than 1 in 50, man, because you'd have to go population count over the entire United States. And
Have
you're in
you
another
ever
state.
known anyone from West Virginia?
I have. All through my.
well, there you go. That's how he did it.
For 6 years.
It's a different place.
2
man.
weeks out of each year, I went to camp in West Virginia.
Okay, here's the deal. They were so different that they split the state and said, y'all guys have to be West.
John's being nice right now because he didn't say anything good about people from West Virginia.
Here's the deal.
Run them down like you did that night.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
All right. The place where Camp Tomahawk is where we went. All right.
Okay. Well,
It was adjacent to this city in West Virginia called Morgantown. This city, if you ever have to stop in it, there is not a single normal-looking person in this city. Every single one of them, there is something seriously wrong with them.
They look like the guy from The Burbs. Do they look like the neighbors from The Burbs? If you've ever seen that movie,
On a good day,
oh my God! So they're inbred.
I would have to.
I want you to
assume.
say people from West Virginia, for the most part, that you've met are inbred rednecks. Just go ahead and say it. If we can get that on audio, that'd be great.
Sure.
Well, go ahead. You got to say it.
People from Morgantown, West Virginia, look like inbred rednecks.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So you're not going to confess. Okay. One day you will. On your deathbed, you'll call me
Well,
up.
okay. First of all,
One day, no, on your
hold
deathbed.
on.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the bet was for? Do you remember
It was like $5.
It was for a Coke.
Okay. Whatever. It's a bet.
So if I lost, big deal. It would have just been really funny still.
Someone write this down. On your deathbed one day, you will bring me over to your side and go, "Yeah, I heard him say they were from West Virginia." Anyway, it's fine. Okay, the story is a reporter was arrested in West Virginia, John's favorite state in the United States. Now, according to this story, He was asking an official questions. He was like shouting out questions at him. And apparently he was shouting out questions too much. He was disruptive, and he was arrested for asking questions to an elected official. I mean, tell me this is not a wild, like, this story should be making more traction. Like, this is a story more important than Colin Kaepernick, like, taking a knee before NFL games. This guy was arrested for asking questions to someone. Isn't that the role of the media? I mean, arrested, okay?
I don't even know if he was asking questions. I just read this article, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, he was asking questions. He was yelling questions.
While you were over there deriding an entire State of the Union.
That wasn't me, brother.
I wasn't saying the whole state.
He said, do you...
he was repeatedly asking the secretary whether domestic violence would be considered a pre-existing condition under the Republican bill to overhaul the nation's healthcare system. Fair question.
Did not answer it, was arrested.
Well, he was being disruptive.
Is this disruptive?
A male
my
voice
God.
is heard telling
Brother
Heyman, is that how you say his name?
Probably.
Do not get close to her. Back up. And I guess he didn't.
Oh, okay. All right. I think this is borderline ridiculous. I
just wonder how many journalists John Tortorella has gotten arrested based on that.
Right. I mean, we've been out and about and been more rowdy probably than this. Could we have been arrested for disorderly conduct?
It was Conway,
if it was somebody
man.
important.
It was Kellyanne.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is this Trump's America we're living in now? Now they're starting to hook up reporters.
Thanks for catching up, David. Welcome to the show.
DJ Trizzle.
They've kicked press out of the White House now. Now they're arresting people asking questions about health care. I mean, I
told you when we talked about building the wall,
all over
and you
again.
were all about kicking people out of the country. What did I tell you? I said first they go for the weak, and then they're going to come for you. And now you're acting surprised.
They're not coming for me.
They will. You're next. What did you say? I've been out acting boisterous before, more boisterous.
Camera right there. Listen here, Kellyanne Conway, who's in Nashville, and Donald Trump, and Mr. Pence. If you want to come arrest us for comments made on this show, email us. I will give you the address.
Email us first.
Come down.
Don't just come and arrest us.
DM me on Twitter.
You could arrest us during between the hours of 8 and 9 on a Thursday evening.
I would like you to do it during the live stream.
Yes.
bybpod@gmail.com. Please come down and arrest us for being disruptive and running you down, because this week Trump has been off the chain. Okay? Now, you tell me what kind of system we live in where the president can essentially fire the man that is supposed to investigate the president of the United States of America. This reaches all kinds of insanity.
It's happened before in Watergate.
Okay, that's a bad example. Watergate was a terrible example. Yes.
Well, yeah,
Nixon
it's all
was
coming
guilty.
to head, man.
All right, what's the other story you got connected to this?
So they just raided the Republican campaign consultant in Annapolis. So.
All right, odds this guy gets impeached, honestly, at this point in the next 6 months.
I would say it's 95%. Or
you honestly think within the year this guy will be impeached? I mean, not kicked up, but impeached like Bill Clinton. You think Congress
How can he not?
What has he done?
I don't think he'll be impeached by the end of the year.
There's obvious Russian, they're saying he colluded with Russians.
If this is found, this will be the worst. This will be one of the worst
for America.
He's already the worst president ever.
I'm not saying president. I'm saying that if this is true, this is the worst thing in American history that's ever happened.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was slavery. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Or we slaughtered the Native Americans over here initially. So maybe number
genocide.
3. I mean, I can keep going down. I mean, but but some people believe JFK was killed by the American government. So that would be like number 4 if that actually happened. I mean, we're
throwing out ifs now. So.
I'm not a conspiracy theory guy at all, and trust me, I got a buddy Jeff. He says me all the time, JFK was killed by the American government. If I was in a courtroom and I just had to, if I heard both sides of the argument and just preponderance of the evidence, so 51% saying he did it, 49% say, I would say there's a 51% chance that JFK was definitely killed by someone. It was a government-run operation.
Did you say
50%?
51%.
51%.
$1.
I mean,
$1.
Jesse Ventura is pretty idiotic. If you know who he used to be a wrestler and he was a governor, and he says he went up to the place where the shots were fired. He's an expert marksman, whatever you think about it. He's a Navy SEAL. He said he could only make. He said there's no way you could make 3 shots in 8 seconds. He says you couldn't even load the rifle fast enough to make those shots. So I don't know, but
Yeah,
So
I mean,
is he-
if you read about it,
So he went to the warehouse? Or
yeah, he went to
okay.
the book depository, and tried to make those shots from that same window, and he said there's no way you couldn't load the rifle. It's a rifle. It's a bolt action rifle.
I mean, it's obvious. You don't even have to think about it.
Okay, so you think Jeff?
Do we have to go get the Zapruder film and go frame by frame?
Okay, so that would be then this Trump stuff would be number 4, I'd say, behind JFK being killed by his own people. All right. So you think, honestly, 95% chance within the year Trump will be impeached? And John, what do you think? I mean,
I don't think he won't. I don't think he'll be impeached by the end of the year. I'm not saying he won't be impeached by the end of his term, but the end of this year, he won't be.
Well, I mean, we still got. I mean, it's only
hopeful.
May. I mean, so
know.
we got a lot of months left. I mean, it's not like
I'm saying it's not easy to impeach somebody.
Do you think it? So when we look at this story, obviously he fired this guy, this FBI director. I mean, a lot of people. Excuse me, I don't know what that was. He said he fired. They fired him because he wouldn't play ball with him. He wasn't going to be his boy or whatever. And then some people on the left are saying he fired him because he's running an investigation.
So he had dinner with him, and he straight up asked him. He said, "Are you investigating me?" And he said no. And then he called him on the phone later, and he said, "Are you investigating me?" And he said no. And then he had to testify in court, and the guy said, "Yes, we're investigating him."
And then he was fired.
Yeah.
What kind of system do we work in where the president can essentially fire the person that's supposed to be running investigations on
They
him?
fired the secretary of with the attorney general, and no one said anything. It was the same exact thing.
It's borderline insanity.
Michael Flynn, they just issued a subpoena to that guy because he's guilty as he's over there taking money.
Yeah, he's already admitted it.
And
though,
they
right?
said, why did you not? When it came to the light of this, why did you not immediately fire him? Because he had like a month or two of access to confidential data, in which he was caught with his hand in the cookie jar. And his response was, "I didn't think it was important. I didn't think it was that pressing of an issue."
Yeah, it's starting to look like there's some collusion, man.
There is
this
definitely collusion.
I mean,
okay?
this will be
Without
bad.
a
I mean,
doubt.
we'll have to go back and
Without
scrub
a
that
doubt.
Donald Trump episode where he won president if this if this is factual.
Okay, there's one more. There's one more thing we need to talk about.
Florida Georgia Line.
Oh yeah,
Or,
the rapper
Bow Wow.
Bow Wow.
We got some entertainment news. Wish we had a stinger for that. Okay,
Stinger.
go ahead. What's the rapper Bow Wow? You
So
familiar
yeah,
with his work?
started a new meme this week.
So Bow Wow has an Instagram account. His actual name is Chad Moss, and he posted a picture saying he was getting on a private jet to fly to wherever he was going. Well, little did he know it's the year 2017, and everyone and their mother has they have cell phones that have cameras on them. And a guy posted on Snapchat, "I just saw a little Bow Wow say he's getting on a private jet," and he goes, "So this guy, Lil Bow Wow, is on my flight to New York, but on Instagram he posted a picture of a private jet caption, 'Traveling to New York today, shaking my head.' This guy's sitting behind Bow Wow." God, I hate calling him that. He's sitting behind Bow Wow.
Is he Little Bow Wow?
A little Bow. I guess he grew up and became Big Bow Wow. He's got
Medium-sized Bow Wow.
He's got a picture of Bow Wow in coach in the regular people seating,
coach.
posting something on his Instagram account. This is embarrassing. Why? What is the deal with this? Why would you do that? Like, are we at this point where you have to impress strangers you don't even know that much?
Yeah, the whole entertainment industry is about image.
It's
Right?
ridiculous. It's stupid.
That's the whole point of the Bow Wow challenge. Like, you're supposed to master of the angles. Like when you're doing the blame your selfie, you're not supposed to take yourself in a fat suit.
Yeah, that's true.
You're supposed to take yourself in a skinny angle.
So we're breaking rules right now.
Breaking
Then
rules,
So
man.
what's the Bow Wow challenge? Hashtag Bow Wow challenge is
So
what?
you take like a green screen and green screen yourself into something ridiculous. Or
Oh.
like you hold like some pants up and take a picture of you and your beau standing next to each other. In the next frame, you take the full shot, and it's just.
Huh.
Or like you have like your foot holding a selfie with a wig hanging down. It's like, girl caught me napping.
Right.
And then there's like a mirror behind you, and
So
it's like.
so can that be the next? Can that be the blame your selfie for next episode?
Bow
Is
Wow
the Bow Wow
challenge.
challenge? Can you make the most ridiculous post that makes you look like a baller? Like, so I guess you could go up to like a nice car and try to like act
feel
like you're
I've been
getting into it.
I've kind of been doing the Bow Wow challenge for a while now, early on.
Yeah, I guess so.
But-
Okay, we'll get to that. So hopefully we get some Bow Wow challenge selfies next week. We have some great creative listeners, so this ought to be interesting to see what happens. I'm gonna try to get in on it. We'll see.
Okay, Bow Wow challenge. Put it on your calendar.
All right, and also
So, did you want to talk about the last?
let's
entertainment news?
Yeah, let's go that real quick. Florida Georgia Line. If you don't know who they are a bro country band. Line, and they are bringing a restaurant to the downtown Nashville scene. It will be called FGL because, originality. And basically, it's going to be a restaurant that encompasses everything Florida Georgia Line is about.
They needed 4 stories of awesome.
4 stories, and the top story is going to be called the Cruise Lounge.
This article refers to them as the Nickelback of country.
They pretty much are. John, do you have a favorite Florida Georgia Line song, or are you familiar with this band? I don't know. I don't know about that, John. You've never sang Cruise at karaoke.
I have never sang any song.
Okay, so next time we go karaoke, I challenge John to sing a Florida Georgia Line song when we go out. Will you do it?
Give me a heads up.
Okay, so John will do it. All right, so be looking. That will be bonus video down the road. If you live in Nashville, God help you.
God.
So right now you've got
on your soul.
Rich, Big and Rich. Rich has his own restaurant. Dierks Bentley has his own restaurant. Alan Jackson has one, and now Florida Georgia Line. Is this what we are? Is that what Nashville's about now? It's a country music bar and restaurants.
Well, I mean, Eddie George had his restaurant.
Yeah, but these are like bar restaurants with their name, like Dierks Bentley's Country Cooking or something. I don't know.
Haven't you ever wanted to bro down though? Haven't you ever wanted to be accused of broing down?
Look, I mean, truthfully, they're making their money. Good for them. I mean, all this really started back with Garth Brooks, if you want the truth. If you ask old school country heads, they don't like Garth Brooks. They felt he made country pop. These guys, it's only an arm reach further down the rabbit hole. So now this is what it is. So what they like cruising with girls. They like having a good time. I mean, I like all those things. That's fun. What's the big deal here? Right? We like those. You like hot chicks. You like driving around, having a good time. You like partying. You like.
Sure.
All
Do
right.
you like Nickelback?
I'd hang out with them. I don't know that I like their music, but I'd hang out with them.
Do you like Florida Georgia Line?
I'd hang out with them.
Can you name me one Florida Georgia Line song?
Cruise. This is how we roll.
Oh wow, you know them all.
It's only 2 I know, but those. They are what they are. Cruise is a catchy song. I mean,
well,
and
anyway.
the Nelly remix. Go look it up online. You'll thank me later. All right. So every week, John's, people email us. They need advice. They listen to us. They know we're wise. They know, people need help with their lives. So we dedicate an entire segment. It's called Dear John, and here we go.
Dear John, by the time you read these lines, I'll be gone.
All right, so Lee will read the email that was sent to us, and John will give us an answer. Begin.
All right, so this one comes in from Practical in Idaho. It reads, Dear John, if you go to a party and bring something like chips, sodas, whatever, what is the rule of etiquette about taking it home when you leave?
You leave it there. You don't take it home. It's kind of tacky if you're gonna take it back with you.
What if you bring beer, like a 12-pack of beer, and you only drink like 6 of them? Are you allowed to take the beer home?
I think that you ask the host if they're like, hey, do you mind if I take these back with me?
So you got to ask.
Yeah.
Huh, that's interesting. Okay, so you're saying etiquette is if you bring food there, you cannot take it. I thought the etiquette was you have to take the food back with you if you didn't eat it.
David, no.
No.
No, like if you leave a dish, if you bring a dish there, like you leave the dish.
Oh, well, if it's potluck, yeah, you take it back. But like stuff like if we're having a get together, you bring some beers or you bring some Cokes or whatever,
right?
Or chips or whatever. You're not gonna like, oh well, I'm leaving now, so I'm gonna take my Doritos back with me.
Okay,
No.
okay. So it depends on the food then.
Yeah,
So,
potluck. Yeah, you're
okay. So, like what do they call it? Just food,
like finger foods.
Finger
and stuff,
foods.
yeah.
Yes. So finger foods, no, you keep those there. But what if you bring like 4 Cokes and they only open 1? You have to leave those unopened Cokes there?
I brought 4 Cokes.
I've seen it happen. You have to leave the Cokes there?
If you brought those Cokes thinking that you were gonna only drink those Cokes, then yeah, you can take them back home with you. But if you brought those Cokes for the party,
I'm taking alcohol back with me for the most part. I mean, man, if you bring a 5th of wild turkey and no one drinks it, you got to keep it there at the party. Man, that's hardcore, man. I don't know.
I mean,
if-
that hardcore liquor, maybe you might have a point on that one.
I mean, if it's it depends on the type of party, but if you show up with a bottle of liquor to a party, it should probably be offered as a hostess gift. If you're bringing a bottle, unless you're an alcoholic and you're like, Daddy needs his medicine, and then you're probably going to take it. You're probably going to take it with you.
Okay. What if you bring recreational drugs? Could you take
you got to puff pass, man. You got to share.
What if you don't take it all though? Are you allowed to take the weed back with you, man? Or you got to leave your stash there?
If it's already packed in a bowl, you got to leave it. But if it's still in your baggie, you take it home.
There you go. You guys, you got it right. Is that the advice for this week? That's pretty good.
We got another one. We got another one.
Oh, you got another one? We got two. Oh,
This one comes from Rock and a Hard Place. So it's after a year together, my boyfriend recently proposed. We plan to wed in 2 years. During this time, he intends to move into my house so we can save for the wedding. My parents, however, are completely against our living together before we get married. John, I'm 30 years old, and so is my fiance. I own my home, and my boyfriend currently rents. My parents are very traditional and may not help with the wedding if we move in together. We can't afford to pay for much if we don't do it and save. On top of that, we're excited to start our lives together. Do I honor my parents' wishes, or do I do what I feel is right for me and my fiance?
That's a good one.
For the most part, I mean, off the cuff, I would say you're an adult. You should be able to do what you want to do. If you do need help with your parents, though, tell them the situation. Look, if you want to pay for his rent for the next 2 years, we'll live in two different places.
Oh my God.
But
Drop that rent check.
otherwise, we need to.
Okay, well, if they go, we'll pay for his rent, but we won't pay for the wedding.
That's kind of the whole conundrum that they're in.
So what do you suggest they do? Give them a definite answer. What did they do? Do they move in together, or does the boyfriend keep paying rent and
He
get
said
the wedding
you
paid
corner
for?
them and make them pay for rent and wedding.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen.
That's what he said.
I think that the parents would realize. I mean,
No, they don't in this situation. Let's just say they don't.
in this situation, here's David's ninja.
No, no.
If they didn't want to go
Lee.
do one of the two, the ninjas will fall
Lee,
from the ceiling and kill you.
what did it say? It said they are traditional
Yeah.
and they
That
don't.
doesn't mean that they won't change their minds.
Here's what you do, John. Okay.
Oh,
Here's
Lee's,
what you
Lee's
do.
telling
Here we
you what
go.
to do.
You move in together and lie to them.
That's true.
Everyone's
Yeah,
happy.
I would go
Okay,
out.
you just lie to
That's a
them.
viable.
So you're encouraging people to lie to their parents, John and Lee.
I am for sure.
John, are you going on record saying that? You lied to your parents who are paying for your wedding.
I said that's a viable. I didn't say that's the way
It's
to
not
go.
the first time they've lied to their parents.
Maybe
Right.
this person's good upstanding, unlike us, and they never have. Look,
Then they shouldn't be moving in together, them heathens.
I'm just saying,
They're
what's the
heathens.
definitive answer? Move
I would,
in
I
or
would,
don't?
I would tell the parents like, look, we're not
They
sharing
go,
a
okay,
bedroom.
they go, if you move in together, we are
They're-
not paying for the wedding. Let's
They're
just say they
30
say that.
They're 30 years old.
Well, there's a lot of
They
time.
own a home.
What do you think? What do you do? You just tough it out, or do you live together and
get
say
right
screw it?
Like 2 years, rent it probably $1,000 a month.
Probably, yeah. So that's what, $2,400 roughly over 2 years.
No.
No, that's
Your
24.
math is horrible.
Add a zero.
Oh, 24.
That would pay for the wedding.
Oh, 24,000.
Live
You're
with
right,
each
okay.
other.
All right, live with each other. There
They
you
need
go.
to get right with the Lord first.
Get right with the Lord and
Yeah.
don't be living together in
Yeah.
sin. All
No
right,
more sin living.
that's it.
That's it.
All right. All right, we had a lot of comments on that stuff. A lot of people said, screw it, you're an adult, you need to get over it, get a court wedding, then do it ceremony. That's pretty good from Bree. Sammy says, accept it. Copper says, do what you want. Sarah says, these are unreasonable parents. Copper said she left home at 17, and when her parents pulled that nonsense, she said, I'm independent. You can disagree, but this is my life. But they said, my mom said my dad, they convinced himself that we had separate beds. So there you go.
All right, I'm getting actually text messages coming in.
That was a hot topic.
Yeah.
People like that bit of advice. When I moved in with my wife, who was my girlfriend Tom, her parents were not happy at all, and they let her know they were not happy, and they kind of said they would not, in certain words, were not cool with it and wouldn't help us. But once they got to know me, obviously that was different. So I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You're an adult, like you say. I think.
I mean, well, the thing is Casey's parents are very traditional,
Yes, very much.
but as everyone that I've ever met, like in-laws for,
Mm-hmm.
they've got to be the coolest in-laws I've ever met.
Yeah, they are.
Of someone.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you.
they really treat you well.
Right. No, for sure.
I'll tell you what I was told, man.
What?
You're not going to buy the milk when you can get it for free.
Well, it's key of the week. I just think people should definitely live together before they get married. That would be my.
Yes.
I mean, it's.
Yes.
That's
one
that's
hondo.
that.
Are you sure, Lee? You don't sound sure. He said yes about 14 times. I was being facetious. So, yeah.
Your wife is down here, and she just shot you a nasty look.
I
All right. So here we go. We're gonna move past that, move in together.
Hot takes, man.
Do it.
The Dear John, they're coming out.
All right.
Remember, if you have a question,
yes,
hit us on Twitter, send it to our email, visit BYB Pod, leave it on a voicemail, send us a telegram. Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. All right, so here we go. Another segment we like to do, and this is one of our favorite segments. We've been doing it for a long time now, is hashtag Blame Your Selfie, where we encourage listeners to submit their selfies for the week, put the hashtag Blame Your Selfie on it. We'll give you a shout-out on the show. Let us know. It just lets us know you still love the show, you're listening, you're into it, and all that. So we go over the selfies and give comments of all positive nature. So Lee's going to start rolling the selfies. Here we go. All right.
Got a little throwback Thursday here with 3 Pixels coming in.
Oh, 3 Pixel. John is back. So this is why you should join us in YouTube where you can see these live, or get on the YouTube page and watch it. But anyways, John Tortorello at Twitterello says, cooking up something too old. And he is in the kitchen with his young child, who he, in the scenario, skipped 10 years of his life. No big deal. All right, so that is...
I think your wife is in that picture.
Is she? Is your wife
I
in
can't
that picture?
tell.
She's not.
Well,
someone's like ghosting.
There's
an extra hand there.
That's where all the extra pixels went.
3 Pixels.
Wow, I'm just so confused. It's like such an artistic shot. I like it.
There we go. All right, next selfie
You look like, John, you look like you've been, never mind.
All right, we got...
I haven't been on much sleep.
Next up, we got Copper Top Rose at Rose262, and she asked, is it Friday yet? And technically, if you're in Japan, it is. I went to Japan. It would be Friday right now. So, is it Friday yet? Hashtag blame your selfie. Hashtag ready for Friday.
She had her tub. She had her bath.
Her hair is getting very long. It looks like Rapunzel almost in that picture. So, always good. Very blue eyes. We always like Rose's favorite. All right, here's Sarah, another favorite, and... she said, gardening with canoe paddler. That looks like a type of beer, alcoholic beverage, and says, love this time of year. So she's outside enjoying the nice weather and got a nice cold beverage, which is always good. So there we go. That's at Sarah Knightley. Go follow her.
She recently got some very nice plants from her folks.
Yeah. All right, Michael Anthony. We got birthday shout out. Today's selfie is extra special for Michael Nicholas II. It said, it is myself with my nephew Alexandro, whose birthday it is. So happy birthday to your nephew. He looks like a cool little dude, and you guys are hanging out. Look like you're having a good time. And Michael he's been with us from the start. So we always enjoy seeing Michael's selfies. He's always got someone big in him. Like the last couple of weeks were famous people from ESPN. Here's his nephew. So he's always spreading the love. We love it.
Happy birthday.
All right. This is hashtag at Caution Spoilers. This is Sarah, and she's from England, and she does great movie reviews. Please go follow her at Caution Spoilers. And she says, blame your selfie time. This is me tomorrow watching Alien Covenant, which comes out, and I'm really excited to go see that movie as well. And she says, did I tell you I'm seeing Alien Covenant tomorrow? In all caps. Very excited. And so she is getting to see Alien Covenant tomorrow. I am jealous of that because that movie looks awesome. Love the Alien franchise. I loved the last movie, which I can't remember what it's called right now. Prometheus. I loved Prometheus. I think it's a fantastic movie. But anyway,
I like how they tied it in.
And
it gets a little cheesy at times.
And she's got the hand over her face like the alien
face hugger.
Yeah, face hugger. All right, Sarah's great always. All right, here's our boy River at Geek Eulalie. He says, they say that reading makes you smarter. Is it working? If not, don't blame me. Blame your selfie. And he's got J.R. Tolkien's book, and it's upside down. So
I at first thought that was Russian. I thought that was the joke.
Thought he was with Donald Trump.
Yep, but nope, it's just
deciding elections. All right. So River's always delivering. That's a good one as well. All right, here we go. We've got Bree Poe, who's back after who was off last week. And look what is in her selfie. It is
basic. It's so basic.
It's so basic. It's white.
So
Nothing's
basic.
coming. It's the most basic selfie of all time. It's total whiteness.
I don't know. It's not coming up.
It's not coming up because
I think she deleted it.
because it's basic.
I think she deleted the tweet.
I think Starbucks is in.
It says
in on this.
another addition to my wall thanks to my Starbucks boyfriends. Blame yourself. So she's holding a Starbucks.
I think she
cup.
deleted that tweet.
No, surely she wouldn't have done that. The most basic selfie of the week brought to you by Bree
Your
Post.
account may not be allowed to perform this action.
Okay, whatever. Keep going up. All right, we got that. Brepo's awesome. All right, this is Bethany at Space Pants, one of our favorites. It says, it's Neeb's official and BYB Pod Day. # blame your selfie. # kisses. So she's blowing out kisses to the entire BYB community. Oh, Brianna did delete it. It says deleted it.
Deleted it. We still have it.
We've got it. It
let's
doesn't matter.
screenshot it.
Yeah, we can screenshot it and put it back up on the page. All right. Like I said, it was so basic. It come up as a total white picture. All right, here we go.
I'm sorry, Bree.
Next up, this is me, and this was yesterday, and it says, I'm actually watching Pittsburgh versus Washington playoff hockey. # blame your selfie. Great hockey game last night. I don't.
Who won?
Pittsburgh Penguins, your old team, won. They took it to them, and Washington choked again. If you watch hockey, they have been knocked out of the second round for the last 4 years.
Did they make all their free throws or what?
Yes, all their free throws were made. It was a great game. They even kicked the field goal. All right, here I'm again. David BYB Pod, look, blame your brother. It's real Donald Trump and Vice President Pence. It is the Trump bus. I walked downtown. Kellyanne Conway was in town at the Omni Hotel. I walked down there. Unfortunately, I did not see her, but I did see the Trump bus. What you gonna do?
What
with
is
Trump?
in your hand?
A coffee.
What kind
Not
of coffee?
from Starbucks.
It's not Starbucks.
It's Bongo Java.
Oh, okay.
Support your local breweries and not Starbucks. Okay, this is Copper Top again. It says, do I make a hot horse, yay or nay? And I said it'd be funny if you said nay because, obviously a horse says nay. This is a Snapchat filter one. Obviously, she's turned into a horse.
So I guess I didn't put my selfie in there. So
all right, we'll find it real quick.
This one.
Lee's got one of him and his dog. It's right. Just click on the left. No, that is not your selfie. It's your profile picture. It says, we are starting a gang. DM me for initiation instructions. # blame your selfie.
There you go.
There we go. Oh, Brianna, no, you don't say that about Bongo Java. That's not crappy coffee.
Did.
It's good.
She did.
Okay, so those were all of our selfies for this week, guys. We really love the fact that you send us selfies. Like I say, it really, just when you get to Thursday, it kind of motivates you a little bit more and lets you know if you guys are checking it out. So we really appreciate that. All right, here we go. We also have another segment where we being John and Lee, tried to give you advice in a little segment called The Major Key of the Week.
So let me give you a major key. Where is the key?
That is not the key. I want the key.
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right, DJ Khaled, he got the keys, and we've got the keys. And this week's key is going to be brought to you by Lee and John. That will bring us a key, a life lesson we've learned from the show. And go ahead, what is the key? Sarah suggested lie to your parents.
I like that one.
Or what the other one we said, I've forgot. But
don't buy the milk if you get it for free.
Well, whichever one you want to go with.
Unless you're shooting a horror movie, avoid Morgantown, West Virginia.
Rose says try it before you buy it. So whatever you guys want.
Don't buy the free milk.
I like to try it before you buy it.
Try it before you buy it. Is that the major key of the week?
It sounds like it.
All right, the major key of the week. Try it before you buy it.
Thank you, Copper Top, for that.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right, there you go. That major key was brought to you by DJ Khaled, whose new album drops. No, I'm just kidding. He does have a new album, but anyway. All right, that's it, guys. We brought you a fun-filled show. You never know what we're going to get to topics here, but what you need to do right now after you've listened, you need to go tell all your friends about this awesome show. Share it on social media, Twitter, Facebook. When you see the new episode, just retweet it, share it, get it out there. But you need to go to bybpod.com. I'm shrinking into nothing. Go to bybpod.com. That is our website. There's a ton of things you need to go check out there. It's got all of our links to all of our social media. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're also on iTunes, so you need to subscribe there. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. We're on Stitcher, TuneIn. What else? Google Play, which I don't even know how to get to Google Play.
Google Play is amazing.
I tried the other night, and I couldn't figure it out, but I have an iPhone. So
Play.google.com.
Yeah, so a bunch of ways to get the episodes. If you can't do it, email us. We'll get you there. Also, our YouTube link is there. Every Thursday night, we stream this show live at 8 p.m., so come join us. You guys have been great in the chat tonight. Fantastic. There's an Amazon link on there. If you're going to buy anything through Amazon, please go to bybpod.com, bybpod.com. Click on that Amazon link. There's a lot of L's going on. Click on that Amazon link. Make all your purchases through that. It'll just take you back to Amazon. We get proceeds of the sales. It helps the show out. Support Radio Vegas Rocks. If you go to radiovegas.rocks, they stream our show every Thursday along with great other programs. If you're looking for shows to listen to, you run out of podcasts, just go to radiovegas.rocks. You can find it on the TuneIn app under radiovegas.rocks, or you can even go to the website. Tons of great podcasts, and Jay he's awesome, man. He's supported us from day one. Day one, we've been streaming on that site, so that's fantastic. Also, get your BYB Pod shirt. Let everybody know you love the show. You'll get an awesome shirt. There's a lot of great colors, great mixes, great opportunities. And if you want to donate to the show, if you want to send us $10,000, there's a donate button right there. We'll
blue pill. We'll take that red pill.
We'll take both pills if you want us to. All right, so I think we've got there. You can also send voicemails through the website, so just go check it out. Bookmark it and always go there. You can leave us voicemails on the website, and we'll play it on the show if you want us to. And remember, email us, bybpod@gmail.com. If you want any advice in your life, John will give you that advice, and me and Leah step all over it. Remember, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. There's so much. Just get lost in it. And remember, go to the YouTube page. Always extra bonus content on there. Fun stuff. All right. So, man, that went by fast. But, Lee, before we get out of here, is there anything else you need to say?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
I got nothing this week.